You remember Kurt Johnson in this accident, left side of your screen?
His first year driving pro stock, everything looked nice all the way to the finish line, and then in the shutdown area, it all came apart. Big crash here for Kurt. He would come out of that A-OK though, but boy, that was a hard hit there. I'll tell you what, this is a hard track to drive for all the categories.
Slams up against that last concrete barrier, and that car just disintegrates. Unbelievable. Got away with it. Well, back to the line. Roger Brogdon. The team has been working with this car all weekend. They haven't really been satisfied with it, but here they are, taking a look at a possible semifinal, but they've got to take down the powerhouse. That would be Mike Edwards to do that.
Mike Edwards is 500 quicker in his round winner than the previous round, but different conditions right now. Oh, and Mike has blocked.
There we go. They have worked so hard this weekend, and Roger Brogdon, the work has paid off. It's a 664, 208 miles an hour, but it puts him into the semifinals.
Well, I'd rather be lucky than good, they always say. You take a look at Mike Edwards, had the advantage off the starting line, but boy, it spun the tires big time, pretty much immediately. Roger Brogdon did not make a great run, but it was good enough to advance into the semifinals,
where he will face either Vincent Nobile or Greg Anderson. And we'll just put him down as our Aaron's lucky dog of the race.
That's a good pick.
That's a great pick. Gary Terrell.
Greg Stanfield, we saw that car get big time loose past mid-track. What's it feel like? How tough to hang on and keep your foot in the throttle?
It's all about full throttle, Gary. I gotta tell you, there's a little pucker factor out there. She's a little loose. I don't really understand why. This whole weekend's been really tight. But that's what makes it interesting. Crew chiefs get paid the big bucks to tune these things up before they get down the racetrack.
And the 001 light.
That doesn't hurt.
The man can lead.
He can ride. Look at that. And pro stock with no downforce or very little, they start moving around like that. Usually you got to push in the clutch and try to save the car.
The sun shining straight down on the track now. The temperature coming up, and Greg Anderson is strapped in, ready to face Vincent Nobile.
Vincent Nobile, we talk about levers, and Greg Stanfield, one of the best, along with Vincent Nobile from last season.
In 3 weeks now, don't forget, one of the big ones. It's the Gator Nationals. We'll have coverage of qualifying on Sunday, March 11, 4 a.m., and then again at 5 p.m., and then right after that on Sunday, March 11, we will have final eliminations on ESPN2. Roger Brogdon in the semifinals. We have yet to find out who will face Greg Stanfield. John Kernan.
And now Antron Brown is getting his fuel ready for his semifinal run against Sean Langan. Saw the guys put a new engine in the car. Any concerns there?
No, there's no maintenance. We ran that the last 2 runs in Pomona with their all qualifying. It's about the 10th run on that engine. So it's time to put a new fresh one in there so you have a good crank, because we got another tough round matchup. We had a tough one there with our teammate Spencer. Now we're going to race Sean Langan with the Al Malby team, and that team is incredible also. So another tough round matchup. You want to go out there with some stress-free parts so you can try to throw a run out there on them, and hopefully we can just sneak this Macro Tools by to get to another final. That's the goal. And it's going to be a tough matchup, but Brian, Mark, and the rest of these Macro Tools boys, Aaron's boys, are ready for that challenge.
It's going to be good. To Gary Gerald.
With Roger Brogdon just named you the Aaron's lucky dog of the race. How lucky are you feeling today?
After that, I'm feeling real lucky. I don't mind telling you, but I'll take it any way I can. It don't get any tougher than this. And when it left, it went crooked, and I went to third, it pulled the wheels up. But I couldn't see him out of the corner of my eye, so I kept shifting, and thank goodness I won.
All right, see you in the next round.
All right, thank you.
Being a lucky dog is a good thing. Jason Line, the defending Pro Stock champion, and Erica Enders. Erica's got a huge mountain to climb here. Summit Racing cars are just so good.
Yeah, against the 3 Summit cars, she's 2-11 with including 2 final round losses. So obviously they've had her number, but you know, I like where the car's going. I like that she mentioned that Dave Conley kind of found, and Victor Cagnazzi kind of found something in that final session. Gives her a little more confidence going up against Jason. She's going to go out there to try to push the tree as much as she can to try to get a whole shot advantage over Jason and hope that it holds off. Jason got the advantage. It should be
all the way to Jason line. Let's go to Dave Reed. He has a Lincoln Tech fix-it pit report.
And the good news for Mike Neff and this entire Castro crew, they're moving on to the semifinals. But where they might have to fix it is learning how to get down what has become a very tricky left lane. We've seen it all day long, Mike Neff. You without lane choice, Jack Beckman's probably going to put you there. So what do you have to do to this machine to make a representative run and try to take him out?
I'm not sure. I haven't run the left lane all day today, but you know, we were on a really good run right there. Just locked the clutch up and kicked the tires loose, but you know, just maybe soften it up a little bit and hope for the best. You know, you never know. So I mean, there have been some good runs over there, so hopefully it's not too bad.
Where are those bumps in that left-hand lane?
There's one at a couple 100 feet. It's pretty bumpy, but you know, who knows? Maybe it'll start cooling off a little bit, and then we just go, you know, give it our best shot. We're just, you know, happy to be going into the semis. You know, Castro, Ford, Traxxas. It's awesome to see Courtney going over there. She made a heck of a run. So her and Robert. So hopefully be able to meet up with one of them.
How do you soften up a car though that has no independent suspension?
Great question. Semi-final matchups for Pro Stock will come up this way. Roger Brogdon and Greg Anderson. Greg will have the lane choice. And then it'll be Jason Line and Greg Stanfield. Jason Line is going to have the lane choice. We go to John Kernan.
And Tony Schumacher's pit faces Clay Milliken in the semifinals. And Tony, how is the car running?
Well, it's running great. Neil's making it on the track. Mike Green has a great handle on it. Neil, those guys are doing such a good job with this car. I feel comfortable. You know, I got up this morning and had to make 4 good qualifying runs. I thought, this is a great day to race. Phoenix has a great racetrack. The weather conditions are perfect, and the Army needs a win. So I don't think there's any doubt that we're going to go out there and go for it. It's been spinning down track. We can get a handle on that. We can pick up a little mile an hour and close the deal. We hate to get beat at the very end of the track. We're ahead of the other car, and so Mike's got it. You know, we can make some adjustments in the weight of the car, the wing angles, and all different things. Get that thing to slow down at the other end. Keep that thing gripped up. Run some good speeds.
And when you see his crew chief Mike Green here in the pits, he has that confident, winning look in his eye.
Tony will face Clay Milliken in the semifinals. Look at the crowd back in the pits. One of the great things about full throttle drag racing is you can go back, you can get some autographs from someone like Courtney Ford. You can watch him work on the cars. And you know what? When we come back, Courtney Ford is going to have to face her own teammate to get into the finals. Robert Height, former champion. Can Courtney do it? Let's find out. There's some moments this weekend, Mike. It's time for our weekend wow factor.
And we had plenty of them, including Grant Downing thinking he's at a 250-mile-an-hour trip and he's going to hang on. And how about Mike Neff blowing the supercharger during qualifying, able to come back to the final round, though. And then how about Alexis Joria and Tony Tenskon? Alexis got real close to the wall and actually scraped it a little bit. And how about Tony? Whoa, hang on. Whoa. He got a little close there. They're working for us. What happened?
He went, whoa.
And then Courtney Ford taking out her father, the 15-time champion in the first round. Wow, that was exciting.
And the fire for Morgan Lucas. Huge. That gets you a wow as well. Here at Summit Nationals, we are at Firebird International Raceway just outside outside of Phoenix, Arizona, a little closer to Chandler, actually. And Tony Schumacher and Clay Millican roll out for the semifinals in Top Fuel. Let's go around the strip with Nitro. Here's Dave Reed.
And start with the David name of Clay Millican taking on the three Goliaths, the multi-car teams of Don Schumacher. His crew chiefs, Mike Domagala, Justin Crossland, say they want to go out and repeat that 383 they made the run before. Clay's plans, shove it in deep, get aggressive, and try to catch the U.S. Army asleep at the wheel.
And in the funny car semifinal, Jack Beckman goes up against Mike Neff. Beckman improved his career record at this track to an amazing 15-2. Likes the fact that he has lane choice, says he has every confidence in crew chief Ron Tobler.
Also in funny car, Robert Hyde and company have a plan of taking on teammate Courtney Forts in the semis, tuned for a 411 or 12 and make Courtney beat them. Hyde says they cannot run a 409 like Courtney did in that last round.
Top Fuel semifinals, the ladder looks this way with Sean Langdon about to take on Antron Brown right after we're done with Tony Schumacher and Clay Millican. Clay, his first semi in almost 3 years. Tony Schumacher, of course, is trying to overcome that 0-7 in finals last season. Tony's going to do it. Clay likes the tires. Tony Schumacher is into the final here at Phoenix. 379, 317 miles an hour.
That was a nice pass by that U.S. Army car. You saw Clay. Deep stage had a good reaction time, but then smoked the tires. And tell you what, Tony Schumacher, 283 miles per hour to 8 miles. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with that right lane in the middle of the course.
And that is going to bring up Sean Langdon, closest to you, 0-5 in finals, including racing in the 4 wide. Still looking for that elusive first win. And Antron Brown, who was the runner-up at Pomona to start the season and give the win to Spencer Massey. Well, Nitro Generation, and we're talking Nitro, and this is the big theme for the year. Tommy Johnson Jr. is talking with Alex Baca. She's the granddaughter of the '77 Indy Top Fuel winner, Dennis Baca. And when she has time, she's out around the track to take different photos. She took this one with her smartphone, kind of subtle in the quality. You compare it maybe to last week's photo taken by Mark Rebellious, which was shot by a very expensive camera.
You see Alex with her dad, David Baca, who raced a number of different cars, including Top Fuel from 2000 to 2009. Had some limited success there. You see David there in the cockpit with his father, Dennis, on the right.
Here we go. Sean Langdon, first year driving for Aeronautics, still looking for that elusive first win. Very good leaper most of the time. Fell off a bit last year. A lot of people think that may have been lack of confidence in the car. We'll see how he does here as he goes up against Antron Brown.
One quick note on Sean Langdon, talking with Alan Johnson yesterday, said that they had been battling with a new batch of clutch discs. He said it would just take a matter of time before they got it all figured out and were running well. Well, I think they've done a pretty good job of figuring that out, at least so far this weekend. And Alan Johnson, one of the best in the business at being able to do that. He's very good in the clutch department. Antron Brown, if you're on board with him, talk about him being one of the best drivers in the business. He's got the numbers to back it up. Him and Spencer Massey were consistently the best leavers last season. So Sean Langdon, a very good leaver. He knows he's going to have to be on his game, trying to get around Antron Brown.
Goes up in smoke on the line. Don Schumacher clapped for his race car, driven by Antron Brown, who runs a 383 to the 2.
Antron had a slight advantage over Sean Langdon off the starting line, but then Sean went up in tire smoke in that preferred right-hand lane. Antron didn't make the best run out there, but that was probably a pretty good run for the conditions in that left-hand lane at this time.
Frank Carani, as Mike Dunn just noted, probably wasn't the run you were necessarily looking for, but how did you attack that left lane right there?
Well, you know, we know that lane's not as good as the other lane, so we went up there with the same tune-up as the last one and tried to fix it a little bit, and it did. It helped. If we can just get one more shot at it, because we were over there, you never know, we might get the win.
So the final matchups in Top Fuel have Antron Brown and Tony Schumacher, who last raced for a Wally here in 2005, stat guy.
Been a while. Well, Spencer Massey doesn't go back-to-back to start the season, but Don Schumacher does. But check out these numbers. As we mentioned last year, Schumacher 0-7 in final rounds. 3 of those losses to a teammate, Antron Brown.
John Kernan.
And as you hear the burnouts taking place for the first pair of funny cars here in the semifinal, you see the team strapping Courtney Force into her car. The car was late arriving for whatever reason, and not been able to get the reason from the teammates because they have been very busy getting Courtney ready, getting her dressed. She was a little bit late getting here. And Mike, I got to wonder, as young as she is this going to affect her, you think, on the starting line?
Well, we're definitely going to find out, and I can tell you, it shouldn't affect you after you make enough laps, and you just put it out of your mind, you go up there and you do your job once the engine starts. Hopefully she can do that, but I can tell you from experience, when you're a rookie, certain things like that will make you nervous.
In the semifinals of Funny Car, there's your ladder. Robert Hyde will face her teammate, Courtney Ford. Will face his teammate, Courtney Ford. Mike